Today we are talking all about viral skincare trends, and I'm like you guys, I see a lot of this stuff on social media and I'm like, does that really work like that? I partnered with Hanskin to try some of these viral skincare trends out and give you guys my first impressions on them and my initial thoughts. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first viral skincare trend I've seen is almost like too good to be true, but I will say this was a very interesting experiment for me because it's basically like purifying your pores with your cleansing oil, and Hanskin has an amazing cleansing oil line. They just sent these over to me and I have been so excited to try this trend, so it's perfect time because Hanskin is really known for their cleansing oils, specifically this guy here. So I used their cleansing oils to put this skincare trend to the test, because essentially what this trend is using a cleansing oil on your skin for a prolonged period of time to work out the clogged pores, blackheads, closed comedones, those types of things that are very stubborn on the skin and annoying. So I tried it out. So I have all three of the Hanskin cleansing oils here. I have the BHA one, which is designed for oily skin. I have the AHA one, which is the one that I'm going to be using, and I have the PHA one, which I know is their best seller because it's sensitive skin friendly. But since I'm dealing with like surface level congestion, I feel like the AHA one will be really great for my skin type. Another thing that I like, by the way, about these Hanskin cleansing oils is they're formulated with more sensitive skin friendly ingredients. So there's no fragrances, there's no phthalates, there's no parabens. So these are pretty sensitive skin friendly, and I find that the longer a product stays on my skin, the more I have to be particular about fragrances. So since I'm gonna be applying this and basically massaging this into my skin for anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes, I'm very happy that these are fragrance free. Since I'll be using this one specifically for this trend, I am going to give you a little tidbit here where I can tell you the differences between all the cleansing oils and what particularly is nice about each. The Pore Cleansing Oil PHA features a gel type oil texture, which is great for dry sensitive skin types because it's formulated with polyhydroxy acids, which has a larger molecule size, so it works more on the surface of the skin, so it gently exfoliates while removing makeup. Next, we have the Pore Cleansing Oil BHA, and this is great for combination or oily skin people because it has salicylic acid in it, which is oil soluble, so this helps with blackheads, it exfoliates, it helps regulate sebum levels, and it just kind of smooths the skin, so really great for breakouts. The Pore Cleansing Oil AHA is great for dry or normal skin types because it has alpha hydroxy acid, and this is great for fine lines, wrinkles, and dryness, but because it also works on the top level of the skin to remove dead skin cells, it's great for sensitive skin types as well. So this is great for helping promote cellular turnover and giving you the benefits of that gentle exfoliation. I mentioned this in my TikTok, but one thing that I've noticed with cleansing oils is people do not apply them liberally enough, so there's a lot of friction. So especially with something like this where you're going to be massaging it for a longer period of time. So I'm going to do like 1, 2, 3, 4 to start, and then I can always add more. Okay. The thing that I like about this is that I'm like many people where when it comes to like clogged little congested pores or closed comedones or blackheads, they drive me nuts. And if I don't do something like this, I end up picking at my skin, which makes the situation worse. So using this to kind of like work out the garbage in your pores is way more gentle on your skin, and while you're doing this you can also kind of like give yourself a little facial massage. So these Hanskin cleansing oils are perfect because they do contain a little bit of a chemical exfoliation, so they're not only going to help break up a lot of that stuff in your pores, but they're also going to help with other things like fine lines because they help exfoliate the surface of the skin. It's going to help with cellular turnover, and it's going to help with hyperpigmentation. So any benefits that you get from a chemical exfoliant you'll get with this as well. And to be honest, I feel like I don't have a ton of issues with blackheads because I'm pretty good about doing things normally in my skincare routine to prevent them from like building up. But I do get like breakouts here on my chin quite a bit, like little clogged congested pores. So that's what I'm gonna be focusing most of my efforts. I think I'm gonna have to speed this up. Ooh, I can feel like feels like I'm starting to work out of my pores. Feels like my fingers are getting kind of grainy. Oh, ooh! I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to pick this up, but you guys see that? Like here? Ew! Right here on the tip of this finger. Ew. Okay, I'm gonna rinse this off my skin now. I didn't quite need 10 minutes. It actually started to kind of break up within like 4 minutes. So I still feel like this one here, the bigger one, but I actually feel like I don't know, it feels like a little bit more surface. But like I said, one thing that I really like about this skincare trend in particular is that it's more gradual. So instead of like picking at your skin, you have a better chance of getting like those plugs and blackheads out if you use something like this over time. So maybe like once a week, you could use something like this to kind of break up some of those breakouts or prevent them from kind of clogging up in general. But my skin feels very smooth. As I said in the previous clip, I was so excited to try this with Hanskin because I've used their skincare in the past and had good results. Cleansing oil, or you want to try cleansing oil with a chemical exfoliant in it, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link down in the description box below where you guys can pick these up. This next skincare trend, I'm not gonna lie, was a little bit more of a longer term experiment because this basically involves the use of skincare devices. And as of the past year, I've noticed the rise of skincare devices. They're like super popular, and I've personally been a big fan of at-home skincare devices, mainly because I get in-office treatments every once in a while, but like anyone else, they're pretty pricey for me. So if I can do something at home that kind of replicates those results, I'm totally all for investing in a device up front. And I'm sure I'm like many of us who have that same kind of idea, because now all these companies have all kinds of different skincare devices that you can use at home. Now, since my red light mask is the one skincare device I have been using the most regularly as of recently, I'm gonna be talking about my experience using this. So let's go ahead and cue to Morning Time Morgan when I typically whip out my Omnilux LED light mask and use it. Good morning. So the next skincare trend that I wanted to talk to you guys about is actually red light therapy. And I have been using red light therapy for a couple of months now. I had my interest piqued because I saw it talked about a lot online. I saw it a lot on social media. So this was a skincare trend I was very excited to try, and I wanted to do it for a couple months before I came to you guys with my thoughts. And the reason that I'm talking to you guys in the morning is because I usually do my red light therapy in the morning first thing. So we'll get into kind of like how I integrate it into my routine. But first, let's talk about the benefits of a red light therapy mask. I think the reason why a lot of people are very interested in red light therapy is for its anti-aging benefits. Now, red light therapy is known to help increase the production of collagen and elastin, which is going to help prevent fine lines and wrinkles, hence giving you kind of a smoother, more plumped appearance. One of the lesser known benefits though of red light therapy was the more appealing benefit for me, which is the kind of anti-inflammatory benefits that red light therapy has. Now, I have eczema, and a lot of times I get it on my face, and so I was curious about red light therapy because these have been actually shown to improve skin conditions like eczema. They basically help decrease chronic inflammation of the skin and help increase blood flow circulation to some areas of the face or skin, so you get kind of more nutrients going through those areas. At least that's kind of how I understand it to work. Now, I bought the Omnilux mask, which I bought this with my own money months ago, and I have been using it about 3 to 4 times a week for anywhere from like 5 to 10 minutes. Now, as far as the anti-aging benefits for me go, I don't know if I've really seen a difference, but I also, as I've kind of said as a theme through this whole video, I'm pretty good about like my normal skincare routine. So I feel like sometimes that has more to do with like the anti-aging or like how my skin is in general, because I use sunscreen and vitamin C, and I try to use like active ingredients in my skincare routine. But like I said, that wasn't necessarily the main benefit of a red light therapy mask for me. That was kind of like a side benefit. What I did notice is that whenever I had like a breakout or like a pimple, this did seem to help the redness go away a bit sooner. So it did seem to help like with inflammation of my skin. And I will say I have not had an eczema flare-up since I started using the mask. Now, I can't say the correlation of that, if the mask is actually preventing my eczema flare-ups or if my eczema just happens to not be flaring up. But because I've seen a visual difference in like redness of my skin, I feel like this is helping in that aspect. So the inflammation of my skin, I think, definitely it recovers a lot faster when I'm using the mask. So if that is kind of more of your main concern, I would say look into a red light therapy mask, because I feel like I've definitely benefited from that. Now, as I mentioned, how I incorporate it into my routine is I use it in the morning, because that's typically when I give my skin like a very quick cleanse, and then my skin's pretty much bare. So I'll use this, and then I apply my vitamin C after I've done my red light therapy. So that's kind of how I feel like it doesn't impede in my skincare routine, and I get all the benefits. And in the morning, I'm more likely to do it than at night. So that's how I use my red light mask. Maybe not for anti-aging, but definitely for inflammation. As I mentioned for this trend, there are so many different skincare devices, and I am very blessed because I get to try a lot of these. So if you guys want me to do a more in-depth review on some other skincare devices, definitely let me know, because I didn't really know where to start when it came to experimenting with skincare devices. So if you guys want like a full video on that, definitely let me know, but I feel like a red light therapy mask is a very good entry-level skincare device, especially because you basically turn it like on and off and just wear it, so very beginner friendly. The final skincare trend that I wanted to try for this video and experiment with are these very unique style of skincare patches. As you guys know, with Korean beauty and Korean skincare, there's constant innovation, so there are a bunch of different types of these types of patches, but the ones that really intrigued me were the ones that looked really fascinating on other people on social media, which are these kind of like dissolving style patches, and they claim to have like collagen and all these different type of effective ingredients. So I was excited to try this one because I have dry skin, fine lines, wrinkles, all that kind of stuff. So anything that can plump my skin up and make it look super healthy, even if it's just for a special occasion, I'm like super excited to try. I just got out of the shower and I'm gonna be trying out these from BioHeal. These are the Pro Bioderm 99.9 Melting Collagen Eye Film. So to show you what comes in the box, 5 of the films, and then you get these serums that go on the under eye area. Since I just got out of the shower, I'll show you what my skin looks like freshly cleaned. My under eye area. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to apply like a pretty liberal amount and then tap it in. Ooh, it's kind of grainy. I don't know why mine is separated like that. Like if you can see, it's already coming apart. On, and then you just kind of press it to the skin. Okay, moment of truth. Ooh, okay. See how it's like a mesh? Do I take the mesh off or do I leave it on? I'm confused. This is like a pretty rigid mesh thing. Is this supposed to melt to my skin? Let me go figure out if I'm doing this wrong. Okay, so I think I did do this correctly. I think the mesh is supposed to come off your skin. So this is actually good because I just did the one side. So let's see if there's like a visible difference. 15 minutes since I applied it because I was doing a little research to figure out what was going on. Does this eye look plumper than this eye? Definitely looks more moisturized because it's shiny. And now that serum's gotten a little bit thicker on the skin, I don't see a difference. Like when I smile and make fine lines on purpose, it looks the same to me. All right, well, let's go ahead and do the other eye. I think it's just the visual interest of seeing this kind of like quote unquote dissolve into the skin. Honestly, I'm torn. I feel like this is like an eye mask where essentially it plumps up the under eye area by providing moisture and giving a little bit more of a exclusive treatment for the under eye, but I'm not sure like the film did anything. I'm not seeing anything like spectacularly different from just using a typical eye patch or eye mask. So I don't know, I don't hate it, but I also think a lot of this is like visually interesting as well. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you guys want me to try more viral skincare trends, definitely let me know because this was definitely like an experiment in itself. And I had a lot of fun like doing a little research, trying the different products and seeing how they work for me. Again, a big thank you to Hanskin for partnering. Link it down in the description box below so you guys can get all the information on the discounts going on so you guys can take advantage and get the most bang for your buck. As always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!